everyone, thank you for joining me for this look. This is my Valentine's Day look. I'm going to be using, of course, the Too Faced Romantic Eye. I mean, how could I not? It's the romantic, and it's one of the most romantic days of the year. So basically, I did a kind of smoky eye with some of the shades in here. And I'll talk you through that through the tutorial. The products that I use for the rest of my face will be towards the end as usual. Links and all the information that you will need if you want to purchase these products will be below the video. So if you want to see how I did this look, then keep watching. Okay, so prior to filming, I went ahead and put on a eye primer. The one that I used was the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I love that. It's great for preventing creasing. And then the first color that I'm going to use on my lid is called I Do. And it's like this kind of light taupey shade here. So we're going to take that on a MAC 252 brush, and we're just going to place that color on the lid, and I'm going to start pulling this color closer to my brow bone, but not really all the way up. I'm going to show you some other colors that we're going to put there, but I'm just going to bring this color up here. And as you're blending, you may need to, before you apply mascara and eyeliner, you may need to reapply this color, which I did on the other eye, on my lid here. Okay. So for my brow highlight, I'm just going to use the color Bouquet Toss, which is just a matte, kind of buttercream yellow color. It's really pretty. It's not that yellowy, but it's got that buttercream color to it. So I'm going to put that right underneath my eyebrows, right in here. Okay, so then the next color that I'm going to pick up, I'm going to use Cut the Cake, which is like a soft lilac color. It's right there. I'm going to put that in my crease, just slightly. And I'm using a 217 style brush. This is the one from Sigma. So we're going to put this in the crease first. And then we're going to pull this closer to the brow bone. Okay, so before we go any further with the eyeshadows, what I want to do is take a waterproof kohl style pencil in black, and I'm going to do, I'm going to apply this in my upper waterline before we continue with other colors. Okay. Oh, my eye is watering. Okay. So now I'm going to take a kind of pencil style brush. This is the one from Smashbox. It's the shadow liner brush. And I'm going to pick up Ever After, which is just like a really nice kind of shimmery bronze color. So we're going to take that, just the tip of it. Ooh, there's like a little piece of lint flying. Take the tip of it and basically start applying this in my crease. What I'm going to do is kind of draw the shape that I have going here on this other eye. I'm going to draw the shape with this. So I'm going to put this in my crease first, and I'm going to look straight ahead and kind of draw this kind of rounded shape here. You just want to keep taking a little bit and drawing it and pulling it higher up. So looking forward, I have a mirror in front of me. You want this to kind of have that smooth shape here. And it's kind of hard for me to tell if my camera is really picking this up because my lights, I don't know what kind of lights they are. They're not like daytime lights. They're weird. So once we have that kind of rounded shape, I'm going to take a 217 style brush again and just start softening this color here. Because you want it to be defined. You want to see it like I have on this side. You can see the shape, but you don't want it to be so intense, like a direct line that it looks like you just drew on like this. You want it to be kind of blended. So just work this color here. Alright. So now I'm going to take just a little bit more on the tip of the brush, and I'm going to create this kind of V shape here. And you can bring it out as far as you like, but I'm going to just start very lightly, and then I'm going to add more color to it. So you don't want to have, you know, dark shades. You want to do this with light shades as well. If you want to do like a darker color in the crease, it's good to do it with a lighter shade so you can see your outline, and then you could just fill in that way. It helps me do this line here. Okay, so another trick that you can do to kind of clean up underneath is take that Bouquet Toss color or any matte skin tone color and just apply that, and you can see how it quickly defines that outer V that we did. And we'll blend it because on this side you can see it, but in person is not as harsh, so you just want to make sure it looks straight ahead and make sure that they're pretty much even. And then we'll go back and pick up some more of that Ever After on a 217 brush, and you can just apply that to your outline that you did. And take a, let's see what, this is a 222 brush from, this is a Sigma style brush, or a MAC style brush from Sigma. And I like to just clean that up because I don't want it to be too harsh, but I want it to be defined. Okay, go back to your 252 style brush, which is just a flat shader brush. Pick up the I Do color, which is the first one that we used, and you just apply that right on your lid again, because with blending sometimes this color can kind of get lost, so you want to just make sure that that stands out. And then I'm going to take a kind of a smaller eyeshadow brush like this one here, and pick up the color Soulmates, which is a very soft kind of shimmery buttercream color, but it has like a pink iridescence. And I really like this for highlighting and in the inner corner, so we're going to just apply that in this inner corner here. Okay. So all you have to do is just keep working this color and kind of clean up here. If you don't want it as dark or as, you know, noticeable, then you could just skip this step or just, you know, put it in the crease like you normally would. And then, you know, that's all you have to do. If you don't want to do a V shape like I did, you don't have to. I'm just applying more of my brow highlight and kind of cleaning it up here. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the color. Just make sure that they're even. I'm going to be using for my liner the Smashbox liquid liner pen is the limitless one, and it's a felt tip, so it gives me a little bit more control and precision. You can do a thin or thick. I did a slight wing, but I do my wing after mascara, and I'll show you how I do that. So I'm just going to line my upper upper lash line, and yeah, I'm going to just do this to my preference. Okay, so I have it just lined. I'm waiting for it to dry because this is a kind of, it's kind of wet, this pen. And I said before that I'm going to do my wing after mascara, so now it's time for the lower lash line. Now I'm going to take the same eyeliner that we used on the upper waterline and put that in my lower waterline as well. Trying to do this and stay in frame. It's a good thing I have two mirrors here. Okay, so now we're going to take a small eyeshadow brush. This is an Ultra Professional. I use this all the time, and I'm just going to kind of pull that color down on my actual skin underneath my lashes. And sometimes I do take the brush and I swipe it on the, you know, the tip of the pencil to help me create that kind of smoky effect here. And this is going to come off a little bit kind of like a light gray color, and that's fine. You don't want it to be like really dark. Okay. And again, if you don't like using any products on your lower lash line or smoking it out that way, then you could just completely skip the step. It's not a must. So above that, on top of that, I'm going to use the color Unveil, which is the dark matte espresso color. It's really, really dark and rich. So this is going to make this very dark underneath here, but it's going to look beautiful because we're going to add some more color to it, so you guys can see. And I like to take my finger down on, you know, at the very, you know, lower part of it, and kind of take my finger and kind of smudge it so it doesn't look like a harsh line. Okay. So what I'm going to do is wipe that brush off, and then I'm going to go in with the color Cut the Cake, which is that soft lilac color. It's right next to Kiss the Bride and First Dance if you have this palette. And I'm just going to go right over that, very lightly, so it doesn't look so dark and so intense, but yet it's going to be really defined and kind of smoky. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to apply some mascara. I'm going to do mascara on my lower lash line as well, very heavily. You can apply false eyelashes if you wanted to. I'm not going to, but I'm going to be using the Fresh Supernova Mascara mixed with my Maybelline 1x1. And then once I apply this, I'll be back to show you how I do my wing. Okay, so now that my mascara is on and it's dried, I applied a lot of black mascara to my lower lash line just to make that a little bit more defined. I'm going to still be using the Smashbox Limitless liquid liner. And this one, like I said, is a felt tip. It's very wet, so you got to be careful because if you press too much, you will get too much liquid liner on your lid and then it just goes all over the place. But it's a very good liner. It's very black. So basically, I take the tip of it and I look into a mirror. And I basically turn my head to the side, and I'm still, you know, looking at another mirror. And I'm just following the natural way that my lashes flicked out with the mascara, and I'm just going to follow that. So, I'm just going to do the little line there, and then connect it to the liner. Sometimes I need to kind of, you know, close my eye a little bit. But I just follow the way my lashes. Okay, so now that the eyes are complete, what I wanted to do was apply a little bit of blush on. And so I have this Physicians Formula. It's the Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Powder. This is translucent, and I thought it was perfect for Valentine's Day because it's got little hearts on it. How cute is that? I'm going to take my 168 style brush, and I'm going to try to pick up as much as that pink because that pink actually has a great pigmentation to it. So I'm going to try to get as much as that, and then I'm going to apply another blush over that. So I'm going to just take my brush and just apply it and get a little bit of that pink glow. And this actually comes off pretty well, that side. Even though it says translucent, it shows up. And I did dust a little bit of this on after I applied my tinted moisturizer. For Valentine's Day, I'll probably actually, the day of, wear foundation. But for today, since this is a pre-recorded video, I'm going to just do it this way. Just tinted moisturizer. Just swirl it around. I'm going to take my Tarintino blush in dollskin. It's like that kind of peachy pink color. Just tapping it very gently and just applying a little bit more because I want more color. So enough blush. Now I'm going to use my Lady Gaga Viva Glam lipstick, which is a, you know, soft, well, it's not really, it's kind of like a soft pink color, and it's kind of bright. It's not quite as bright to me, in my opinion, as Saint Germain, which if you don't have the Gaga one, you could just do this one. So it's pretty bright. I'm just going to take that and just dab it because I do have lip balm on. Lip balm. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I cannot talk for anything. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on. Not too much. Blend it with my finger. You can definitely do a nude look for this if you wanted. Or if you don't have any of those lipsticks that I showed you, you can use the lipstick number 509. I think it's called Narcissus. It's by NYX. And I'll do a swatch. It's pretty bright. You don't want to put that much on because you don't want your lips to be the focus. We did pretty eyes today. So just tap that and blend it. And I'm going to put my Too Faced Mood Gloss, or Mood Swing Gloss, and this is Petal Pink. And basically it starts off white and then it turns to a different shade of pink depending on your mood. So I'm just going to dab some of that on real quickly. And this is going to turn into a different color pink. And it's supposed to be different on everybody, but, you know, I love that. It's just, you know, kept the eyes kind of smoky and kept the lips a little bit neutral, not too out of this world, like bright in your face pink. You don't want it to kind of clash with the eyes. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below as usual. I will put my link to Twitter if you want to follow me, or to my Formspring page where you can post questions, whether they're beauty related or personal. I'm totally open book, so you guys can ask me anything that you want. And yeah, so also below the video will be all the products that I use, just in case you guys wanted to buy them. So I will see you guys next time. Oh, and have a happy Valentine's Day.